will say, it's been a long time since I've bass fished the Ohio River.
Well, we're gonna bass fish the Ohio River today. The river is a challenging fishery. Right now we're out in the main river, the main channel of the Ohio River, and you know, there's probably some fish out here, but as a rule, we're gonna wanna go look for some creeks and some backwaters, and there's less current, gonna have them to have a little more successful spawn.
We're back here off the main lake here in this creek, and you fished up here a little bit. You said the fishing's been a little bit tough. You come out here on the river, a good day might be catching 10 or 15 fish, and having 10, 12 pounds is pretty good.
In the spring, 10, 12 pounds would be really good, but you know, we have a lot of tournaments sometimes. It takes 7, 8 pounds to win, and you know, you talk about it, you think, well, that's not real good, but.
And it's an ever-changing environment. What do you do to try to plan your fishing trip before you leave the house?
Probably the most important thing is to watch the water levels. Typically, the falling water is gonna make the hardest river fishing, okay? Because these fish wanna be on the bank, they wanna be shallow. They're gonna set up and post up around cover in places that's gonna break the current for them and make a natural ambush spot. There we go.
There we go.
Nice fish.
There you go.
Right on the bank. That one there, I threw that little plastic up there.
You got a little small beaver style bait.
Yeah, a little beaver style bait. And so we got about a 2-pound fish. And if we were on Kentucky Barkley Lake, you know, you wouldn't really raise an eyebrow, but on the Ohio River, you know, probably a 2.25 pound fish.
When you set the hook, it looked like you was within 4 inches of
that fish probably wasn't in 6 inches of water.
Yeah.
You know, we're in this, you know, we got 8, 9 feet of water in this backwater, but they don't live out there. They live right on the bank. We'll get this dude back in the water. That's real important on the river is, you know, you want to preserve what we got, and there's plenty of tasty crappies to eat, but we want to get these bass back in the water here and let him swim away. One thing that's important on the river, I think more than anywhere, is every day you go out, experiment with your baits until you see what they like, you know, and every day is a little different, you know, just experiment. Oh, another fish, guys.
Got another one.
Oh, wow, look at this one. He's right on the bank again.
That's about the same size fish.
Yeah, it's another good river fish.
Yeah. They like that black and blue today.
Black and blue is always true on the river. So that fish there, actually, this one's got a little more belly. I think that one there might actually maybe be doing a little spawning, but yeah, nice little river fish.
There you go. Nice job.
Cool, thank you. I'll get this little guy back.
So Sean, people who do some tournament fishing, obviously you're a person that they've seen around quite often. You've been in the boat industry now for many years.
It's probably been 20 years. You know, I started out as a young man cleaning boats, did some rigging, you know, depth finders, trolling motors, and then I got into sales. You know, I worked for dealerships for about 10 years and then started my own. I started as kind of just a labor of love in the basement. We started Wheatas Marine selling used boats. One thing led to another, and now we've got a crew of 14 people, and we sell about 300 new and used boats out of our Alexandria, Kentucky store. It's been something I've really enjoyed, and you know, helping people get connected and they can get out and enjoy the water.
Boating industry hadn't changed at all in 20 years, has it?
Oh, big one, guys.
That's
big
a good fish.
Big fish, guys. Oh yeah. Now this is like getting an 8-pounder on Kentucky Lake.
There you go.
Let's see here. Oh, she just barely hooked too. Let's see here. Come to daddy. Well, I think we just caught a unicorn, Chad.
I'm here to tell you what, when you said you wanted to come out here and fish the Ohio River, this is not the class fish I was expecting. I mean, this fish is definitely post-spawn.
She had a real good spawn. It's so important to keep the good genetics in the river.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? This is the future for the generations that want to come here and fish, is catch these beautiful bass. And what a fight. They're used to fighting that current. I mean, there's no fight out there like a 4-pound river bass. We'll definitely get her back in the water.
There she goes. Nice fish, man. Here we go.
You got one. Oh, wow, look at here. Oh, yeah. There we go.
Hey, this is a different species of bass. This is a spotted bass.
Look at that deal.
You can tell that fish has got a slightly different color. As soon as it came to the top of the water, you could tell that this was not a regular largemouth. And then you see these lines on the belly, how defined they are. A largemouth normally won't be like that. And then if you close that jawbone right there, you see how that jawbone does not go past the eye? A largemouth, that bone will be back in this area beyond the eye. So that is a little Kentucky spotted bass.
A little Kentucky? That's right, that's keeper, 12 inches.
12 inches, so. Now in a tournament, they have to be 12 inches to weigh them.
Good job, man.
So Sean, I'm assuming you've been fishing all your entire life?
I've been fishing since I was about 10 years old. One of my best friends asked me to go frog gigging one day. Frog gigging wasn't so good and saw some bass swimming around, so he handed me a spin cast rod and kind of showed me how to cast it, and I caught about a 2-pound bass, and that was just the neatest thing that I ever saw in my life, was that bass biting an artificial lure and jumping out of the water, and from that moment on, I was hooked.
It's a good thing that day you went frog gigging, that the frog gigging wasn't really good. You'd be selling spotlights and fish spears now.
If the frog gigging would have been good, I might not be selling bass boats, like you said.
Hey, frog gigging season's in. Oh, look at that, guys.
Oh, no. Well, there we go.
Did you see that? If I'd have set the hook, we'd have had a bullfrog.
That's a quick release.
Hey, it's interesting because frog gigging season is in, and I didn't intentionally want to catch that frog. I just wanted to see his reaction. But it is a legal catch.
Would have been a legal catch.
And I have done that a lot of times, catching frogs on a fishing rod and reel. You need to have a fishing license. But that was pretty interesting. We flipped it up there to see what his reaction was, and it was aggressive.
Well, there we go. That's almost how I got my start.
Yeah, there you go. Well, Sean, I believe we've pretty much fished this creek out. You got another spot you want to hit? I know there's a bunch of creeks on the Ohio River.
Sun's getting up kind of high. I think we need to get back in somewhere, a little bit of shade. I got another spot. We'll go check it out and see how it works out.
That sounds good. Let's strap the poles down and make a run.
Let's do it. Oh, there we go.
That looked like a spot when I first saw it.
A little largemouth.
No, it is a little largemouth.
It's just another little river keeper, you know. Nothing special, but they're pretty plentiful and easy to catch.
You wonder if you can get too shallow, and the answer is no.
Well, no,
I mean,
that
fish,
bass is not up in 6 inches of water right there.
It's amazing you couldn't see the fish prior to striking.
We'll go ahead and get him back.
You were saying you really like to fish more vertical stuff when the water's falling.
When the water's falling, you'll want to fish a little more vertical.
Vertical meaning cliffs or walls or where you have at least 2 or 3 feet drop.
Correct.
Is that a crappie?
Wow, crappie.
I kind of flipped it in there and he hit it as soon as it hit the water.
Oh, here we go.
There you go.
First crankbait bite we've had today.
Probably it's one of those fish we saw up there chasing.
It's just a little one. Might be 12 inches long. It might be a keeper. I think it is a keeper. He ate that little square bill.
There you go.
Oh, here's a good one, guys. He's got me tangled up. Chad, you want to help me out here?
Yes, sir. Let me reach down there and grab that fish. You keep him pegged.
Oh, there we
There
go.
you go. There you go.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome. Nice fish. Sean, I'll tell you what, there's so much opportunity.
Well, there is. We've got hundreds of miles of water, and the river's a fun place to fish.
Don't overlook it.
Absolutely. Man, I really appreciate you having me on the show.
Thank you.
And look forward to fishing with you again.
Absolutely. Thank you.